YouTube. It's Friday, November 15th. It's Friday night, actually. And we're going to go ahead and do NFL because pretty much all the major injury updates are pretty out. I saw they already started coming out. That's why I could jump on it. Why not? So we have 12 games going on in the NFL this week with one game on Monday and then 4 teams on byes. We already had Washington, Philly last night. And based on the plays I put out, so I gave out in the last video, was I went 3-1. Saquon did absolute work, easy peasy. Hurts got his touchdown like we knew he would. Fowler didn't get a half sack. Oh no, what are we going to do? But then defense, that prop worked out great too. If you want this sent to you so you can see it instead of having to listen to me talk, go to the website, join the HQ, click it, you get to join Patreon, bam, it gets sent to you every day, or become a YouTube member. The way it's there for you. If you don't want to do either, don't worry about it. Everything that's in there is also in the video. I just make it convenient so people don't have to listen to me talk for an hour, because every video I make is pretty long because I go through everything we can. Here, we're NFL especially, because we're going 6 different types of props. We're levels of props, really. We're going through the schedules, the injuries, the data, the rankings, the odds, the totals, everything we can just to make a buck. The things we do around here to make a little bit of money. So enough talking. Drop a like. Hey, subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate that too. And let's jump into the first game right now. All right, first game, we're going to start with Green Bay and Chicago, 6-3 versus 4-5. Let's pop over and look at the odds. So we can see that Green Bay is 5.5. They 40.5 total currently. Let's look over the schedules. We want to actually open up each team, look at their schedule, see what they've been up to, who they played, how are they doing, and then we want to look at their injuries too. So schedule-wise, you can see they lost their last game against Detroit. Before that, they were on a 4-game winning streak, so they were doing pretty good. So you lost to Detroit. Detroit's awesome. We know that. Not a big deal. Injuries. Let's see if anybody's out. Any updates from today? Let's say you've been ruled out. You're questionable Sunday, doubtful, might as well say out, and then IR, missed practice, and then that's October. So nothing crazy here. So Chicago, let's look at their schedule. Let's see what they did. They have lost 3 in a row now. Chicago's O-line is in shambles. I already know. Let me look at the injuries. I'm sure it's going to be 6 different tackles, right? Guard out, tackle out. This was today. DN's questionable, safety concussion, D tackle. Yeah, Williams is running for his life usually because he has to, because the line just isn't there to help him out. It just isn't good. I mean, when you lose to teams like New England 19-3, not only does New England beat you, they beat the hell out of you, or you can't even score on them. Like, come on, 29-9. Like 18-15 to Washington was good, but outside of that, it's just. What was this little stretch here? You had like a nice little stretch and then just gave it up. So, yeah, so let's go to the numbers, the info. Let's see, 7 versus 7. That's a push. So 30th in passing. There's only 32 teams. So 30th is not good. Versus 15th. Well, that's a Green Bay advantage. 25 versus 10. Nope. And 3 versus 4. 24. Well, there's your advantage on offense. Green Bay should be able to run it down Chicago's throat, because Chicago has a good defense, just not running the ball, stopping. So I like Green Bay by 5.5. Let's go to props to see if there's anything there that looks good too. So based on this, we're going to look at everything. We start with quarterbacks. Now we have Jordan Love and Caleb Williams. I don't want to take Jordan Love passing. I don't want to take receivers for Green Bay because they're going up against a really good Chicago pass defense. Just makes sense. We look for advantages here. So we want running back versus that. We want, well, nothing on Chicago. Maybe Chicago defense. That's a thing. That they're good on defense. But yeah, I'll show everything. I'm not going to open these up because, one, they're only hitting 40% in the last 5 games on their numbers, 229 and 193. You're only hitting 60%. You have an average iffy matchup. So let's see what else we want to do here. So yeah, we'll pass on those. Let's go to the running. That's where we want to go. We definitely want Josh Jacobs to run it down Chicago's throat. Just, yeah. 74, 70, we'll open 72, because why would you ever take 2 extra yards? I wouldn't. Swift, no. Green Bay's run defense is 10th, and Chicago's, he's going to get game scripted out. I don't see him be able to run the ball that much because Chicago's going to have to pass. It's their best chance to pass because Green Bay's run defense is better than the pass defense. So, but we do want some Jacobs. We will, advantage-wise, we love some Josh Jacobs today. And you see how he's been running the ball recently. His number 72.5. He's hit this number 6 out of 9 times, and he has a great matchup against Chicago. I love this. I shall be taking this. So let me go ahead and type this out. This is going to be Jacobs over 72.5 rush yards. We shall take that. Let's see if there's anything else that looks good. Do you catch anything on the backfield? I don't think you catch that much. Yeah, I mean, the most is 28. So yeah, we'll just focus on rushing for you. You just want to, yeah, a couple 100-yard games, 95. 95 against Detroit and less. So yeah, I like that. So we'll take that for sure. We're not going to take a Swift, or we're not taking Love to run either. So receiver wise, I'm not taking any of the receivers. You can if you want to. Odunze over 33.5 has hit 4 out of 5 games. If you want to take that, I personally am not. These defenses are pretty good. So I'm not challenging Chicago's pass D. I just can't do it. Now, somebody's going to catch yards, obviously. He's not going over. It's just a less likely chance. That's what we want, better chances like we saw with Jacobs. So we come over here to the touchdowns, last 5. Swift does have a touchdown in 3 out of 5 games. And so does Jacobs, and so does Tucker Kraft, and 2 out of 5 is Roschon Johnson. Okay, so there's those numbers if you want to take touchdowns. I personally don't take many touchdowns. I know it took Hurts last night, but that was just because it was even money, and like, yeah, Hurts on the goal line, you know he's going to steal a touchdown from Saquon, and they love tush pushing, so it makes sense, and it worked. So kickers, people like to see kickers, so here you go. If you want to do kicker props, maybe you want to go McManus to get over. He's at 4 out of 5, and he has a beautiful matchup. Chicago gives up the most field goals to kickers, or one of the 3 worst. So there's an option if you want to take a kicker. And then defense, which I personally love taking defensive props. Quay Walker, 7.5 tackles assists. We're going to open that bad boy up. If you just want to do tackles, you got that too. We'll look at both, don't worry. So tackles, assists, we'll see what he does. Dude had 10 tackles in one game. 7, 5, only 1. Like, he's been the whole year, he's been like mostly good. And in this game, I don't know what happened. Maybe he got hurt. Maybe, who knows what the hell happened. It's football. Weird things could happen. But he got hooked well, not hooked. Well, missed by 1.5 here. 6. But what have you done lately? 10-1, 7-1. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take Quay to get us there. So we're gonna go Walker over 7.5 tackles plus assists. So it's gonna be tack plus ASST. We'll take that. Pair that with Jacobs. And Green Bay by 5.5. I do like Green Bay by that much too. So GB minus 5.5. So we're going to take 3 plays on that game. That's a lot. And then let's go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, moving on to Vegas and Miami. 2-7 versus 3-6. What a matchup, let me tell you. Odds. We currently show Miami is 7.5 with a 43.5 total. By the way, this and props are all outlier. You can go to the link in the description, click, get you a free week. That's all you gotta do. Click and sign up. Boom, free week, worth it. So there's your that. There's your that. That's right. Let's look at the schedules and everything. Miami won against LA last time. Before that, it was a bunch of losses, maybe a win there. Tua was out for a while. Let's look at the injuries, see who's hurt. Fuller is considered week to week with a concussion. Ramsey is questionable, but no update with it. Let's see, 2 days ago, designated return, participant, questionable, placed on the IR. Okay, and then we know Tyreek has like a torn ligament in his hand, but dude's just still playing. He don't care. He's like, I'm good. I'm going to keep playing. So props to him for that. So Vegas has lost 5 in a row now to Cincy, KC. I mean, that's a tough little stretch. So we see everything now. They're off a bye too. So their last play on the 3rd. Now they're playing here. So they had a full bye week. That was pretty good. So let's look at the injuries. What do they have? Let's see. Limited participant, didn't practice, designated, questionable, and then depth chart, because their quarterback is still Minshew. Okay, I want to make sure there was no crazy changes, but yeah, it is Minshew. Good to know. So, all right, but damn, questionable, out. That ain't good. Yeah, let me look at Miami's depth chart just to be safe. Questionable. Okay, all right, and defense, you're out. And then special, and then long snappers out. Let me look at the rest of them. Rest of Vegas's. Nate Hobbs is out, and there's your special teams. Cool. All right, to the stats. Let's look. 18 versus 8. Well, that's Miami defense. 25 versus 11. That's the Las Vegas defense. The worst rushing team is no longer Dallas. It's now Vegas. Good to know. First 12, that's Miami. And 9 versus 22 is Miami also. We're currently sitting on Miami by 7.5. That seems a little high, but I mean, they should be able to run the ball. That's the main thing. They're going to run the ball on Vegas. So let's pop into some props. Passing wise, let's talk about this a little more. Do we want passing? 18 versus 8? No. 25 versus 11? No. So we're not taking Minshew or Tua, especially with the numbers they have. They're not good, which means the receivers are going to be limited, not as good. It's just not good matchups, put it that way. You could take them. There's not good matchups. Let's see. Now, I do say that with a preface, the fact that I do like when I can throw, what is it, Brock Bowers gets a whole bunch of yards because they love throwing to him. That's always fun. And see, yeah, so looking at the quarterbacks, 197.5, he's only hit this in 1 out of 5 games. Tua has only hit 240 in 1 out of 5. They both have bad matchups, not a chance. Now, you could even take unders. I don't personally take unders. I hate rooting against dudes to do good. It's just, there's so many potential overplays. If you want to take unders, by all means, have fun. These could be a couple unders you might want to take. So I'm not going to take it. I'm going to pass. So going to the running back side, which is where I think we're going to do our damage. Remember, looking here, it's not them. It damage rate them versus that. It's going to be this versus this. So it's going to be Miami versus the Vegas rush defense. And to do that, we are going to be utilizing Mr. A-Chain himself. Yes. He only had 37 last time, and he faced against the Rams, but it's okay. It's okay. I do think he should do better. 62.5. I think I should be taking that because he has a nice matchup. So, A-Chain over 62.5. We shall take that. I don't think I'm going to take Miami 7.5. I mean, they only have one spot of advantage here versus the defense is a lot. So, if anything, I kind of like the under 43.5. You know, looking at it, 18 and 16, that adds up to what? 32, 34, 27, 22. That's 49. It's 43.5. I don't see how many points are scored here, to be honest. I think the defenses do good. I like the under. I'm taking the under. I just talked myself into the under. 43.5. Yeah. And also, we pop back over here to this. I don't want to take Madison 39.5. I don't feel that. I mean, it's a decent matchup here, but no. Can't. I'm definitely not taking a quarterback to run. You crazy? Hell no. So, looking at the receivers, I mean, I kind of like Brock. I mean, they're terrible matchups, but Brock gets yards. Like, let's look at how many he actually do be getting. Teak has only gotten his. Cheetah has only got his in 2 out of 5. I mean, we sort by this. Madison's better receiving than he is running. So, Jonnu, 30.5. If anything, it'll be Brock. That would be the one I would take. Because who else are they going to throw it to? Jacoby? Nah, they're going to throw it to Brock. Because Brock gets targets. Look at them targets. Now, I don't know what the hell this was. What are these? You should be getting this. Like, Brock Bowers is a beast. And he barely has any lines. Okay, that's fine. See, but I'm not going to take it. So, if you want to take it, there you go. Touchdowns. Brock is 2 out of 5, Jacoby's 2 out of 5, and A-Chain is 2 out of 5. Everybody else, nothing. Not at all. Not good. We go to kickers. Jason Sanders, there you go. Over 7.5 kicking points. I can see Miami getting down there and getting stalled and then having to kick a couple field goals, 2 field goals and 2 extra points. Boom, you're a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Or just make 2 field goals. That works too. So there's options. And then defense, obviously, is always good. Injuries may affect. Ramsey tackles assists. Let's see what this means by this. We'll pop this open. And then Holland tackles and Trayvon. Let's open all 3. What is this note here? Fuller suffered, was it Kendall Fuller, 2nd concussion of the season, been ruled out. So they're saying like Jalen Ramsey might play more. And that's the case based on his 2024 so far. You can see how he's been doing quite well. He's been getting tackles. He gets assists. He's involved basically. So Ramsey 3.5 looks pretty good. To be honest, I think I'll probably take that. Let's look at Holland here. Holland just tackles. I like the other one better. And then if we look at the other side, Trayvon here has been, what the damn? All right, Trayvon, step your game up. He's getting better by the week. That's crazy. 8 tackles, 5 assists. Do I just want to take both of these dudes? I think I do. I'd be 4 plays in one game. You know what? Sometimes you gotta do it. There'll be a game I skip everything. It'll balance out. Over 3.5, tack plus assist. I love me some defensive props. I mean, that one, yeah, we'll take some trade, however the hell you say that, Moehrig over 7.5. Tack plus assist. I'm okay with that. Let's add that to the dictionary. There we go. All right, so yeah, those are 4 plays in this one. Let's move on to the next game. All right, moving on. We got Jacksonville and Detroit. This game shouldn't be close. I mean, I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, oh, okay, let's look at the odds. I haven't looked at the odds yet, though. I'm expecting like 9.5. Let me see. Where is it at? 13.5. Okay, yeah. See, I didn't think it'd be close. I know there's some kind of trend in the NFL where like a double-digit favorite is not good overall in the course, but I mean, come on. Like I was big on some Mac Jones last week. I thought he do have a good game, and guess what? He do not have good game last week. He did not. He had bad game. He did terrible dog shit. So, I mean, let's be real here. Let's just say 13.5 looks pretty good just already. And why do I say that? Well, let's look at their schedules. Detroit has won every game but against Tampa Bay by 4, and they beat Houston and Green Bay, and they Tennessee. Yeah, you can see all that. Look at the injuries. Anybody of note hurt? Laporte has been ruled out. They don't need him. I mean, come on, let's be honest. They have so many weapons. Then you have a bunch of stuff from the week before. So, Jacksonville, they've lost 3 in a row now to Green Bay and Philly, Minnesota, bang, now Detroit. Now let's look at their injuries. Tank Bigsby's out. That ain't good. Let's see. Trevor Lawrence is probably out for the year. I mean, they just haven't announced it yet. Questionable. IR. Okay, cool. This is why I think 13.5 is probably a good idea, because 13 versus 30. Jacksonville is the 30th ranked pass defense, so Goff could have a good day if he wants to. He does some weird things sometimes. Gibbs or Montgomery could have a pretty good day against running. They could. The defense could have a good day. Now, I mean, Mac Jones could have a good day against pass defense. Could. Probably won't, but could. It's only 2 touchdowns. I know it's the NFL, but I think 2 touchdowns with Detroit, a team that can score points. I don't think Jacksonville gets close at all to 20. Not in this game. 6, they're not going to be able to run that much. Tank's out. Max got to throw? No, I ain't feeling it. Let's look at the props. So, yeah, 181 and 225. So if we think Goff is going to throw a bunch, then you have a great matchup. He's hit 3 out of 5. So we'll look at Goff real quick. We'll see how well he's done in those 3 out of 5. We want to see those numbers. So he had 2 terrible games here, but they won. That's what matters. 240, 280, 315. He's only hit 300 twice. Okay, so that's something. 240 last time. Does he hit this on Jacksonville? If Jacksonville keeps it close, I can see him throwing. But if not, we're going to be running, which means Gibbs is going to be a big play. And I think he's going to be a big play regardless. So Gibbs, Montgomery, you can see what the rankings are. The matchup's not the best matchup, but it's still 20th. 21 turns green, still good. 60% for Gibbs on 70 yards. Montgomery's at 58.5. Ooh, okay, let's look at them both just to see what we got cooking over here. Montgomery has not been getting many yards recently. It's weird, but Gibbs has. Gibbs has been doing work. I mean, look at this. And then he also catches. He catches yards too. Receptions, not many. Okay, when he does catch it, but he could do magic. So I would like a combined with him. Yeah, something like this. 92.5. I could go with this against Jacksonville. It didn't hit it against Green Bay, but we know Green Bay has a really good pass defense. So, I mean, run defense too. So, yeah, I can see this happening. So, I don't want to take Goff because Goff does weird things. I'd rather take something like Gibbs doing the combo here. So, do I dare take Detroit 13.5? I don't know if I want to take that, but I know I want to take Gibbs over 92.5. Combo yards. So it's going to be rush plus receive yards. So we'll do that for sure. What else we got? I don't want to take Montgomery. He's been too inconsistent. I don't know that he's just not getting the usage. Let's see. Maybe touchdowns though. He's definitely the goal line back now. This is receiving yards. This is receiving yards. Okay. I was confused by seeing Gibbs first. So if I sort by yards, Amon-Ra has a great matchup, but he's only, I mean, he hasn't been doing he could hit this. I mean, let's look at him. Jameson could hit. Hell, one of these dudes could hit too, but that requires Mac Jones to throw you the ball. So yeah, good luck with that. Amon-Ra has only hit over 100 twice now, and there's been some games he has not been good. Just not good. Is he getting targets? I mean, kind of, but not really. They're just so good they don't need to throw it to him. So, so we're gonna leave him alone. Jameson's been doing better, but he has super low. He had a -4. What are you gonna do with a -4? That's crazy. I can't. No, no. Ingram, same story. Too consistent here. I can't touch that. So yeah, we'll leave those receiving yards alone. We definitely like Gibbs to do a combo. Touchdowns. Amon-Ra does have a touchdown in 5 out of 5 games, though. He don't get many yards, but damn it, in the red zone, he is the one to catch. So you could probably get him with a touchdown. -110, though, not bad. Montgomery's 3 out of 5. Gibbs is 3 out of 5. Raymond is who? Khalif Raymond plus 900 anytime touchdown is 2 out of 5. Jameson's 2 out of 5. Brian Thomas, Detroit scores so many touchdowns, it's crazy. Kickers, let's look. Bates for Detroit, Jake Bates, 3.5 extra points. It's plus, but it's good matchups. 3 out of 5 he has hit this. You can see those. And we go to defense, see if there's any good defensive props, and that's going to be a no. It's going to be a negative. Couple Jacksonville ones, but he's only hit 3 out of 5, and the one green one has the #1 worst matchup to have. So I think for this one, the only play I'm going to take is Gibbs. I don't want 13.5 seems crazy. I said 9 initially. Yeah, I'm going to pass on the side in total. We're just going to take Gibbs to get 92.5 combo yards and just move on to the next game. All right, next up, we got the Rams and the Patriots. I mean, let's look at the odds first. Let's see what we got. It is Rams by 4.5 with a 43.5 total. Let's look at the schedules and whatnot. New England lost their last game. They won their last game against Chicago. They lost in OT before that, and they beat the Jets. Now, no bye week. Injuries. Let's see what we got. Anything. Let's see. Let's see. You took part in practice. Limited practice. Didn't practice. Some more questionables. Okay, nothing crazy. Let's look at the Rams. Rams schedule. They lost to Miami. Then they had 3 wins before that. No bye week. Only one less day of rest as well because they played on Monday. So let's see. Injuries. What do we have? Let's see. Doubtful. Higbee is out. Won't play. Out. Okay. Yeah, nothing crazy. All right, we expected all that. Looking at the numbers, 8 versus 16. That leans Rams. Last versus 22. That leans defense. 22nd versus 19 to push. 26 versus 23 is a push. This game's kind of trash. The only real good thing is going to be the Rams passing versus New England secondary, which isn't exactly good. Both teams aren't that great. So makes sense to be Rams 4.5. So far, I don't like it. So we are not taking New England passing. We're not taking New England receivers. We're not taking New England nothing on the props. Maybe defense. Maybe. We'll see. We are not taking Drake May. We're not taking Stafford to throw. I mean, we could take Stafford to throw. Let's open the Stafford. See what we got with him. He has been tossing more. 241. That's not bad. That's a decent number. He has hit this 5 out of 9 times. Not bad. We'll see if we can do better. Running? No, we ain't taking running with nobody. We're not taking Kyron. We're not taking Stevenson. We just can't do it. It says he has a decent matchup. He does technically, but I mean, hell, I just don't see it. Yeah, look at him all year. He's only hit 4 out of 10. That's not good. Not good enough for us. Back to the bench with you. I don't take Stevenson for nothing. I don't trust that at all. Receiving, let's see. Most recent, let's see, Boot and Henry. Hunter Henry. 36.5 yards. Interesting. Let's take a look at it. We'll look at Boot as well. Butte. Let's see what else I got. Puka, Cooper. I mean, there's so many weapons on the Rams. It's like, who do we take? It's like, ugh. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to like these. Let's see. Yeah, he is a 14 last time. That's a no. Can't do it, dog. Sorry. What else? What do you have? What have you been up to? Sometimes, yes. Sometimes. How many targets you getting? 6. You're making the most of your targets. So, no. I need more volume. More volume. Like I said, I really don't want to take passing in this one. Unless it was the Rams, but they have so many options. So if anything, I would take just Stafford. So we're going to pass on that. Let's keep going. Touchdowns. Kyron, 3 out of 5. Robinson, 3 out of 5. Stevenson, 3 out of 5. Coop, 2 out of 5. Everything, but they're just not the best matchups. I don't take touchdowns, but you can if you want to. Kickers, Joey Sly. You can see his 3 out of 5. Decent matchup, 1.5 extra points. Have fun. Defense, there we go. There's the bread and butter right there. 100%. Keon White's 3.5 tackles, assists. Okay. Anthony Jennings, we'll take a look at you. We're tackles and assists. We'll look at you because you're 80%. We'll look at you because you're 80%. Kobe Turner, Quentin Lake. We'll open all of them up. Let's see if we got anything good. Keon White, tackles, assists. Dude has been literally like, he's like, his job's to get 4. He does his job. He clocks out. He's going home. He's done. I ain't doing no more than I have to. So I can't. I mean, yeah, you hit 8 out of 10, but come on. Come on. Well, you can stay. You can stay. We'll see about you. Jennings, tackles. What's your tackles assist? I like that. I already like this better. It's 4.5, but I like this better than his. So even though it's 78%, it's still, we have room for boom bust. I like that. We'll leave that there. Jelani, I guess I say that name. I have no clue. Not the best. Not good. You can go away. Thank you for showing up. It's time for you to go. Recently 3.5 -125. Kobe Turner's been turning out some numbers too. 3 tackles, 3 assists, 3 and 3, 5 and 1. Not bad. Let's see. And then Quentin Lake on just tackles. No, I want tackles, assists with you. Ugh, no, no, no. So it's either gonna be one of these two. And if I had to pick one, I think there's more. You're only 56%. You have more history. I think I'm going you. I'm gonna take you off. So we're going to take Anthony here, and we're going to add him to the list. We're going to take Stafford to throw for 241.5. Staffy. I can spell Stafford, Jesus. Okay, over 241.5 pass yards. And then we're going to take Jennings, I said. Yeah, Jennings over 4.5 tax assist. 4.5 tack plus assist. I think that's going to be good. I think that's good. We got good history, good numbers, nice little, it's 4.5, gone over multiple times. I'm okay with this. That's good. We'll work with that. So we'll take those. I'm not going to take a side or total. Hell no, not in this game. And let's move on to the next one. All right, next up we got Cleveland and New Orleans, 2737. I mean, we're talking about every game, and this is one of the games we got to talk about apparently. So, I mean, it is Cleveland by 1.5 with a 44.5 total. Yay. Schedule. Saints won a game. They beat Atlanta last time, 2017. Somehow, some way. With Kamara barely running the ball, they somehow did it. And he almost hit the combo because he had like right at 50-something rushing, passing yards to receiving yards. And he had that wide open catch. If he had caught that, oh, that would have hit the combo for Kamara, and he didn't. Kamara, whatever. So right off the hands too. Annoying. Anywho, let's look at the injuries. Let's see. You're questionable. Jamal is out again. Pete is questionable. Okay. Basic stuff, nothing crazy. Cleveland, let's look at your schedule. 27-10. You beat Baltimore. That was probably the best pick I had all year. Was them. Was them all day. Love it. The numbers, they don't lie. Let's see what else. Let's look at your injuries. Ruled out. Let's see. IR. Now we're in October. Okay. Numbers. Not good for Cleveland. Offense, not good. I mean, it's fun. Jameis is throwing the ball. He is depth chart. He is number 1 still, right? Yep. He is number 1. And who was number 1 for New Orleans? Just to make sure we know. Is Carr. Okay, good. Just to make sure nothing changed. Okay, so with Carr back there, they're a much better team, clearly, even though he's not that great. We know 16 versus 13 is a push. 13 versus 14 is a push. 28 versus 29 is a push. 28 versus 27 is a push. This whole game is a push. The spread's 1.5. That's a push. Yeah, props. We're gonna walk through the props. I think this game is a total pass. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I think it is, but I'll show you all these little screens that way in case you want to take something. So maybe you want to take Jameis to throw for 242 against New Orleans because they are 29th when it comes to passing yards defense, but he's only hit this in 1 out of 5. Maybe you want to take Kamara to do something good with his rushing yards or his receiving yards. Rushing, 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 for Kamara rushing. Maybe you want Chubb to do it. Chubb, 2 out of 5. Not good. Maybe Taysom Hill, 0. Lots of under potential here. Lots of unders. Maybe you want to go receiving yards. She's like, ooh, maybe I want to take one of these guys. Maybe Cedric Tillman. 3 out of 5. Great matchup. Jameis throwing the ball to him. Remember that. So you can see all the receivers. You can see the touchdowns, just not good. 2 out of 5, 3 guys, and that's it. Kicking, maybe groupie, maybe 4 out of 5. Not bad on field goals. That's pretty decent. That could be a play. I could make a whole parlay of nothing but kickers, I think. I might do that. And then defense. Even defense is not helping out. There's nothing here. So yeah, as I suspected, I knew it was coming. There was going to be a game that's like a total pass completely, and this is the game. So we're going to totally pass, and we'll move on to the next game. All right, moving on. Minnesota, Tennessee, 7-2, 2-7. Seems like it should be an easy game for Minnesota, right? Let's look at the spread, see if that agrees with us, our thinking. It is Minnesota by 6. Interesting. I feel like it should be higher. That's lower. Maybe because they're on the road. Maybe. We'll see. Let's dig deep. Let's see. LA they lost to LA. They beat New England. They beat Miami without Tua. They're just not a good team. I mean, just not a good team. Will Levis is the QB. That's just hilarious. Let's look at this. A tackle is out. Corners out, questionable. And we're going back to earlier. Minnesota's won every game but 2. Not bad. They beat Jacksonville 12-7. Darnold could have literally thrown 7 interceptions that game. I mean, he threw a bunch, like 4, maybe 3, but he could have threw 7 because some were dropped. Just terrible throws. Now, Jacksonville's D-line was getting hella pressure on him, so the Vikings O-line was not doing good. Are they hurt? Let's see. That's a linebacker. McCarthy, you're done for the year. Okay. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Okay, cool. And depth chart, just to see. Let's look at this O-line. Yeah. That's the O-line, but they were just getting shoved around by Jacksonville. They were just getting owned. So we'll see how they bounce back this week. Numbers. 11 versus 1. The number 1 pass defense is Tennessee of all teams. 16 versus 13. That's a push. 31 versus 26. That's a push. 10 versus 2. That's a push. I can see why Minnesota is only favored by 6 now. They should probably be less than 6 based on the numbers, but it's 7-2 Minnesota across the chest and on the side of the helmet. So Tennessee 2-7. The casual fan is going to say, oh, 7-2, 2-7. I'm going to bet Minnesota. That's just going to happen. So will Minnesota win? They should, but stats-wise, I mean, it's not looking good. I mean, there's nothing that stands out. Defense stands out to me. I want to go defensive props. Oh, look, there we are. We're already on defensive props. How about we just start talking about them? We have 80%. Even Stephon Gilmore, 2.5 tackles. Okay. Brian Murphy, 3.5 tackles assists. Jarvis Brownlee. Let's look at these two. Let's take the top 2 first. Gilmore, 2.5 tackles. He tends to get this. You get assists. You don't get many assists. When you get your tackles, you do all the work yourself. I see that. Interesting. What about Brownlee? Snead will miss his 5th straight game. He has stepped up recently a lot. Plus 120. Can I get a... Oh, I can't get no alt line. It's going to be this at plus 120. Tackles 5, 4, 6. What is it? 4? Okay. I think I want to take this. I think I like this more than this. Yeah, because Snead's out, which means you can tell Snead's been out for 5 games. Well, he's missing his 5th game. Well, he's been out 4. What happened? Dude stepped up in the other 4. He's got the playing time. It's all him, and he's doing his job. So, yeah, I'm taking me some Brownlee for this one for sure. Brownlee over 4.5 tack plus assist. I love this prop. I love it. Let's see. All right, let's go back to the start. QBs. Anybody want to say Darnold or Will Levis? I don't. You can. There you go. Have fun. Darnold throwing against number 1 pass defense is kind of scary. They're only giving up 156.7 through the whole season. We're in week. This is their 10th game. That's crazy. Okay, so it ain't a fluke. They're just good. So running. Anybody want to run on them? Minnesota has a number 2 run defense. Tennessee has a number 13 run defense. I don't want to take either of those. You can if you want. There's your numbers. Enjoy. I'm moving on. If I'm not taking QBs, I'm clearly not taking receivers either. So, yeah, they do have some success, but look at that 1-1-1. Sorry. Jefferson's going to have a rough day. Hawkinson, rough day. And then Minnesota side, yeah, you're relying on Will Levis to throw you the ball. So, I just, no. They might do good, but I don't want to trust Will Levis to do nothing with my money involved. Not a damn thing. So, touchdown-wise, Nick Westbrook, whatever his other name is, he has had a touchdown in 4 out of 5 games. Did you know that? He has. Crazy. All over 2 out of 5. That's wild. Aaron Jones, 1 out of 5. Justin Jefferson, 1 out of 5. It tells you how things are going. So kicking, Folk, 4 out of 5. Extra points. I'll tell you, there's a kicker parlay just waiting out there for us. I might build one. You probably should. That's interesting. That might be something we're taking. And then we look at the defense we already saw. So for this one, I'm not taking a side. I'm not taking a total. I'm not. All I'm going to take is Brownlee to get 4.5 tackles. That looked good. That felt good. I'm not worried about the matchup for defense. Gilmore tackles didn't look that good. Maybe let's look at Byron Murphy. Let's see. Let's look at defense a little closer. Maybe some Harrison Smith. I like Harrison Smith. I like a lot of these defensive players. Let's see. Harrison Smith, what have you been doing all year? You've been good all year, and then you just kind of sucked the last 2 games. That's fine, though. That's fine. But you've been pretty good. Minus 150? Okay. And then I already got Brownlee. And then Byron Murphy has been, he's been right there with it. Yeah. I already got one Minnesota guy. Yeah, let me get one from each team. Let me get I'd rather take Harrison Smith for Minnesota. So we're going to take Smith, H. Smith. So just in case there's more Smiths, H. Smith, because I like that consistency. He's 7 out of 9. I don't care if the last 2 have been like that. That's fine. It'll be all right. Over 4.5 attack plus assist. Yep. Defensive props rule the day. So 2 defensive props next game. All right, moving on. Baltimore and Pitt. That's a good matchup. 7-3 versus 7-2. Okay. Let's look over at the odds, see what we got. Let's find it. There it is. Baltimore by 3 on the road. 48.5 is our total. Let's look at the schedules. Pittsburgh, you lost 2 to Indianapolis and Dallas somehow. But you've won 4 in a row, including over Washington, that comeback, both games against New York. These 3 games were easy, let's be honest. But that was a good win. So, injuries, let's see what we got. Warren is questionable, doubtful, out. Designated to return. Now we're going back to early in the week. Okay, cool. Baltimore, your schedule. You won your last 2 against Denver and Cincy. You lost to Cleveland. You can see how they've done. Let's look at their injuries. Anybody hurt? Out. Questionable. IR. Okay, IR or in October. Okay. So nothing crazy. None of the stars are out, which is important. Offense versus defense matchups. Baltimore is an enigma. That's what they are, because they have an amazing offense and an absolute horrid defense outside of running. It's weird. So they're number 1 in points. They're 3 in passing versus 19. That's Baltimore. Derrick Henry / Lamar Jackson versus the Pittsburgh run D is going to be the matchup to watch. 3-1 or 1 versus 4. What's going to happen there? They can't throw worth a damn. It's okay. They can't stop anyone from throwing. They give up damn near 300 yards passing a game. Russ might go off for 300 plus. I think I might want some Russell Wilson props. Just saying. He looked good last week. Just saying. He looked good. 8 versus 1. And Najee Harris can just stay on the sideline because, yeah, you're not going to do much against the running's not going to happen much. Derrick Henry going to try to run. I don't know how well he's going to do. Just saying. The real matchup is probably going to be Lamar through the air and maybe some Russ, because this number is slowly going up. It's getting better thanks to Russ, I believe. I could be wrong, but let's pop over and look at the props. So Lamar 240, Russell Wilson. We'll open both of them up. Let's look. Let's do Lamar first. Yeah, see, Pittsburgh's 19th in pass defense. I like this. I can see him getting these numbers because he has faced much better pass defenses and done well. So yeah, nothing. Yeah, Denver was pretty good. Yeah, we got some good ones. So let's look at Russ and see what you've been up to this year. 2-2-1. And that one was against Washington. Yeah, if you can do this against the Giants and that against the Jets, I think you can do this against Baltimore because they have the worst pass defense. So it sounds crazy. I'm taking Russell Wilson. It sounds madness. Over 230, 229, 229.5 pass yards. Now, am I taking that? Let me pause. Let me think for a second. We're going to skip running backs. We're coming right to wide receivers. Do I want to take George Pickens? Now, that is, why is it 200? Let me order these numbers. That is ridiculous. 69.5. Let's look at it. Because now I want to see, do I want to take George Pickens? Or do I want to take Zay Flowers? Or do I want to take, it's one of those two. Pickens. Pickens has been balling out of his mind recently, and I think Russ will do okay, but I wonder if I like George Pickens better. Because just what if? Because, yeah, you see, I bet his targets have gone up too. His targets have gone down, but he's putting up more yards. So if he gets more targets, just imagine what happens. I think he gets more targets. Um, does he throw for 300? He look like he's having fun out there too. That was Washington. What other receivers we got? Fryermuth, Calvin Austin. Yeah, we're going Pickens. Like, we're going to take Russ off. We're going Pickens. But he's the star receiver right now, so yeah, I like that better. I like that better. Now, do we take Zay as a counterpart to go up against him? That's the question we got to ask. George, Zay. We'll see what Zay's been up to. 100, 34, 11, but a lot of hundreds. Pittsburgh is 19th. I think both quarterbacks are going to have good days. I can see the wide receivers having a battle. Give me Flowers over 59.5 as well. So I got Pickens. I got the 2-star receivers, not the QBs. I think the QBs will do well, but their numbers are kind of inflated. I don't think that these are inflated at all. They can do this in one play easily, both of them. So we'll leave the QBs alone. We'll take this. I'm not touching the running backs, but I'll show them to you if you want to see them. Derrick Henry's 86.5 against Pittsburgh's run defense. I mean, if he gets it, good luck. Najee, 50 against Baltimore. If you get it, good luck. These matchups are miserable. So looking at touchdowns, Derrick Henry, 100%. There you go. It's minus 200. Enjoy. And Andrews, 4 out of 5 on a touchdown. And then the rest you see there. Kickers, Tucker, extra points, 5 for 5, 8 for 10. Tell you what, kicker parlay is a must this week. And then defensively, we don't have much. We have Deshaun Elliott tackles, but I don't want to take that. No, not the best. No. I'm going to stick with my idea of 2 receivers, the top 2 receivers just going head to head and then just showing out. I can see it happening for both of them. So we'll take the receivers. We'll move on to the next game. All right, moving on. Indianapolis and the Jets. We have to talk about this, sadly. I know. This is one of those ones I don't want to touch. But you know what? We're here. I'm here for you. You want to see it. And I got you. So here we go. We have the Jets by 4, 43.5. Okay. Schedules. They lost to Arizona by a lot. They somehow beat Houston. And then they lost some other games. Injuries for the Jets. Let's see who's hurt. The center is ruled out. That ain't good. Let's see. Ruled out. Tackle. Devontae Adams is questionable. CJ is ruled out. Nothing new. Chuck Clark. Okay, cool. Colts. Injuries. And then we got to look at depth chart because there has been an update. If you weren't aware, if you have not been paying attention. So Kelly went under surgery. Let's see. Won't play. Questionable. Okay, cool. Depth chart, though. Look who's back, baby. Guess who's back? Back again. He's probably going to quit. It'll be Joe Flacco again. So, this Flacco, they put him back in. So, we'll see what happens after he got benched. Maybe it wakes him up. Who knows? Because I've been very adamant he's not a good quarterback. He wasn't good at Florida. He wasn't a 4th overall pick, much a 4th round pick, and they picked him anyway. So, I don't know what the hell they're doing. So, it's a project. I get it. But sometimes you got to move on from your project. I don't care. It's year 2. It's not working out. I don't care. Over here, and he still got old man Rodgers with a questionable Delonte. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Let's look. Let's see. 20 verse 2. Good luck. Good luck passing. I'm sorry. Jets pass defense is amazing. Good luck. You're going to run. That's all you can do on these 2 teams is run. 17 verse 27. I mean, Aaron might be able to throw a little bit. We'll see. We'll look. And if Devontae's injured, Garrett Wilson's going to go back to what he was used to, getting 15 targets a game like I've been taking him for yards every week. So he has a better connection with Aaron Rodgers than Devontae does. That's what it is right now. We're in the middle of the season. They haven't had time to gel yet. Yeah, they're probably really good friends, we know they're really good friends, but they just don't have that season chemistry yet. They'll get it though. The longer it goes, it'll happen. So, and next year, because they have it in this year, not 3-7. So 14 verse 25. I mean, the Colts want to do something. They need to run. Jonathan Taylor, Anthony Rich needs to run some. They don't run much, so that's a push. So let's look at the props. So far, it's the Jets by 4. That's the play. Jets by 4. Richardson 174.5. Rodgers 238. I don't particularly like. Well, I definitely don't like Richardson, just because it's the Jets defense. They're number 2. They're amazing. And he'll probably connect on a deep ball, but the short and middle, just not good. Aaron Rodgers, 40%. I'd rather go Garrett Wilson. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Running is where it's at though. Jonathan Taylor, yeah, give me some Jonathan Taylor 79.5. Brees Hall, nah. It's like they don't use him right. It's like it doesn't make sense. So let's look at Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, I like this. I like this for the Colts because this dude runs hard. Like he's trying to hurt people when he runs, and that's what you want to see from your running back. So Taylor over 79.5 rush yards. Please and thank you. Definitely taking that. Let's see. Who else? Don't want to say. I want to take anybody else? No, I'm not taking Brees Hall. So that's good. Take him off. Garrett Wilson receiving yards. I just said I'm probably taking that because that feels like the play for me. I've been taking it. It didn't happen last week. You can see only 41, but before that, dude was cooking, and targets are there. I mean, yeah. Outside the 23 makes everything else look weird, but yeah, I'm taking Garrett Wilson to get 67.5. Is that the best one? Is that the best one? Do I have that sorted correctly? Yeah, I did. Okay, Garrett Wilson, 68.5. Devontae, 61.5, and he's questionable. Yeah, I'll take Garrett. Yeah, so it's going to be Wilson over 67.5 receiving yards. I'm pretty sure we'll have a defensive prop too. So let's look at touchdowns. There's your touchdowns. If you want to look at touchdown people, there you go. Enjoy. And then let's look at the kickers. Ooh, Matt Gay, 100% last 5, 80 in the last 10. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm telling you, the kicker parlay might be the move. I might make that. And then defense. A lot of 80s. Terrible matchups apparently, but a lot of 80s. So okay. I don't really care about the matchup when it comes to defense though. It's a completely different side of the ball. Who knows? 80% let's go last 10. Who's been doing beast for a while? Nick Cross and Jalen John. Man, yep. Give me one of these two. Yeah. They give up yards, but they're gonna get that tackle. Okay. Pretty good. Jeez, I mean, good God, this dude, look at these numbers, 14, 15, 12, 10. He is all over the place. I'm adding Nick Cross. Give me Cross. Let's see, ROSS over 7.5 tack plus assist. I love tackle assist. What can I say? So we're going to take the rushing for Taylor, Wilson's receiving, Cross tackle assist next. Oh, and I forgot. I was going to take New York by 4 as well. So that's going to be 4 plays in this game. So New York by 4 plus the 3 pops. Now we can move on to the next game. All right, moving on to the afternoon slate of games. Now we're with Atlanta and Denver, 6-4, 5-5. Let's look at what we got popping over here. There they are. It is Denver's favored by 2.5. Interesting. 44.5 total. Why is Denver favored? Let's look. They lost their last 2 to Baltimore and Kansas City, obviously. Yeah, makes sense. Injuries. Who's hurt? Reynolds won't play. Brandon Jones limited. Drew Sanders. Blah blah blah. Nothing crazy. Okay. Let's look at Atlanta. What? I need it's straight in. Let's go schedule first. You lost your last one to Nolans. You beat Tampa and Dallas. Injuries. Let's see what Atlanta. There's got to be something crazy. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of injuries. Corner. Tight end, linebacker, D tackle, D end, linebacker. All right. I don't see nothing too crazy. All right. Let's see. 5 versus 10. That defense is pretty good. That's right. That's slight lean to Kirko. 12 versus 7. That's defensive lean. 27 versus 24 is a push. 20 versus 20 is an obvious push. So, I mean, the slightest of leans to maybe Kirk has a decent game. But other than that, defensive props maybe? I don't know. Let's look. I'm going straight to defense. Sort by last 5. Jonathan Cooper and Caden Ellis. Let's look at these two dudes. Tell me you guys are some ball hawks. That's what I want. Kinda. 60%. Not the best numbers though. Not the best. Let's see. Troy Anderson's out. Let's see if that. Hello. Caden Ellis. That is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you return from your 5-game absence, but you only play 13 snaps and aggravate your injury. So now you're relying more on this guy and Nate Landman. But this dude's been cooking recently. So, all right, Ellis it is. Ellis over 8.5 tack assists. That is crazy. That's so much. Okay. Let's go back to QBs. Now, do we want to take QBs? Bo Nix and Kirk Cousins. I'm not taking Bo Nix against nobody. Sorry. Kirko. Now, Do we want to take Kirko or do we want to take a receiver for Atlanta? I think I'd rather take Kirk. Just, I mean, hey, he threw for somebody that wasn't Tampa Bay. He threw for 300. Wow. Okay. He's so consistent in his yards. Look at that 230, 238, 225, 232, 222. He's too consistent. I can't touch it. Running backs, what do we have? I mean, Atlanta's run defense is Denver's is good. So, but that requires taking Audric Estime to be a running. No. Bijan had a great game last week, but he's a tough matchup this week. I can't trust that. So no running back here. Receiving, Drake London, not bad. Kyle Pitts, no, I'm not doing it. Mooney, maybe. I guess Pitts says 4 out of 5. Let's look at Pitts. Ugh. I ain't liking it. No, no. I don't want to take anything against Denver's defense. They're just too good. They're just too good. Touchdowns. Bijan has a touchdown, 4 out of 5. Kicking, 100% for, yeah, of course. Kickers. Kickers is the name of the game this week, I'm telling you. You can take a kicker proc in almost every game. So, let's see. We already talked about this. So, I'm just going to take Ellis. I'm going to take that Ellis linebacker prop for the tackles assist. I'm not going to touch anything else in this one. I'm going to leave the rest of it alone. Pass. Next game. All right, next up, we got Seattle and San Francisco. Number 1 and 2 passing offenses, huh? Interesting. We'll come back to that. Look at the odds. We have San Fran 6.5 with a 48.5 total. Let's look at the actual schedules and everything, injuries, all that good stuff. Niners beat Tampa Bay by 3 last time, and they beat Dallas before that. So look at the injuries. What do we have? Kittle's questionable. Interesting. That's a big one. Questionable. Place kicker's questionable. Kicker injuries, that's fun. Let's see, full participant, did not practice, limited. Bosa will not practice, but Bosa played, so he'll probably play. He's just not practicing in the week. There's no reason. He's a beast. He doesn't need it to. So let's see, Seattle. You lost your last 2 to Buffalo and LA. Injuries is a fun one because yeah, their starting center today, Connor Williams, announced his retirement effective immediately. Like, he just went to the coach and said, you know what? I'm done. And just quits. He just retired. Just randomly. So now you tight end out, tackle IR. I mean, that's just wild. Your starting center just, deuces. That's just weird. All right. Hey, do what you do. So no shame. We don't know what's going on in his life, but that's just wild. 4 and 5. Let's see. Top 2 passing offenses, 1 and 2. Now we got to assume Seattle's going to be a little hampered by not having their starting center in there anymore. He did gone. So we're going to the backup now. Actually, let's go back to that real quick and look at the depth chart. Who is backing you up? So yeah, he even on they straight took him off the rod. Now it's Oluwatimi. I got that name. That's right. And then, yeah, so yeah, Noah is out. They still got DK, Jackson, and Lockett. They good on offense. So let's go back here. 1 versus 12. That's offense. 2 versus 20. That's offense. 27 versus 8. That's defense. 4 versus 26. Yeah, it's San Francisco. We're back to this now. McCaffrey's back. He looked great against Tampa. We watched it happen. I personally watch Red Zone. That's how I watch it. I want 7 hours commercial-free football. It's like 6.5 hours, but hey, whatever. But it's great. Yeah, that's if you're watching it any other way, commercials? Why? Red Zone, always the way to go. You miss nothing, I swear. So, yeah, we're going San Fran minus 6.5 here. I think them losing their center is going to be a bigger deal than people think, and it just got dropped today. Yeah, big news. So, yeah, anyways, taking San Fran for sure. They have the advantages on offense on both categories. McCaffrey should run for a lot of yards, a lot of yards. So let's go over here. First thing I do, I'm going straight to McCaffrey. Give me McCaffrey. 79.5. Now, question is, do we want to go rushing or both? Good question. Let's look. Rushing, he is at 79.5 the whole year. He only had 39 yards. It's weird, right? He didn't need it because the dude got receiving yards too. He had 68 receiving yards against Tampa because Tampa doesn't have the best pass D. Yeah, San Francisco's good at hitting your weaknesses. So if I take this little combo here of 121.5, last year he hit this number 63% of the time. Damn, that's a lot. What's his receiving yards? Um, 35 and a half, rush is 82. I almost just want to just take the receiving, but Seattle's so bad in both. I think I could take literally the combo and still be good. Yeah, 2024, 107 in his first game back. Yeah, I'm going to take McCaffrey combo because he's so dangerous no matter, as long as he gets the ball, and they will get him the ball no matter what they got to do. So, rush plus receive yards. I love a combo play, and I cannot spell rush. Wow, that's embarrassing. Rush plus receiving yards. Yeah, we'll do that for him already. I'm not taking Brock. Gino, I've taken a few times. He's kind of fell off a little bit. But that 12th ranked pass defense for San Fran kind of worries me. And then the center being gone worries me. But now we got to think game script because you got to assume San Fran's probably going to have the lead. If they have the lead, Seattle's going to be behind. Therefore, they're going to have to throw the ball more. It just makes sense, right? Game script. So now, normally I would want to take a receiver, but they got so many damn good receivers. It's like, well, just give me Gino just to throw the ball 250 yards, which I think he'll do. So I'm taking McCaffrey. I'm taking 6.5, but I'm also going to say Gino to get 240, whatever. 246? Yeah, over 246 point or 245.5 pass yards. I think this is a game he's going to throw for like 3 something again. Just a hunch. I just have a hunch he will. The center will be a slight issue, but I don't think it'd be that big of an issue. I don't think he's going to throw for 363 like he did against the Rams or 395 like he did against Detroit, but I think he can hit like the 280, 300 mark. I think he can get there. So we'll take those. They have so many weapons of receiver. It's hard to pick one. So I can never pick one. Instead, just give me the yards. He's good at doing that. So touchdowns, Kittle, 4 out of 5, but he is questionable. McCaffrey, over half, is minus 220, 240, 215. Jesus. Well, if you want to take it, there you go. Touchdown parlay piece, obviously. How many games in a row did he have a touchdown? Like damn near 20 or something. It was crazy. Let's look at kickers. Jason Myers, there you go. 4 out of 5, extra points. I'm telling you, these kicker props, I'm telling you. And then defense. Ooh, hello. 100%, huh? Great matchup, 60%. How are you 100 on tackles, but then tackle assist? I gotta open you. How? What's going on here, friend? Are you just barely hitting this line? Tackles is, yeah, you're barely hitting it, and the assists push it where you don't hit that much. Yeah, okay. Can't take you, sorry. I'm good. This is an offensive game. I'm taking San Fran to win by 6.5, McCaffrey combo, and then Gino pass. Over, next. All right, moving on. Nice little rivalry game. Probably the best game of the week, the day, let's be honest. KC and Buffalo, 9-0, 8-2 in Buffalo. Yeah. Let's look at the schedule. What do we got? Buffalo by 2.5. Okay. Little home cooking advantage here with a 46.5. Nice. Let's pop on over here. Bills have won 5 in a row now. Pretty nice. No bye week. They have a bye week next week. Let's look. KC they won every game. No bye week for them. Let's go back to Buffalo. I forgot to do injuries. So injuries, questionable. Keon Coleman is out. Cooper is questionable. Who's going to catch the ball? Not Kincaid either. So passing is off the table, basically. KC, let's look at your injuries. Anybody hurt? Let's see, ruled out. Bucker, yeah, he went under what surgery today? Yeah, I saw that. Because of his meniscus, I believe it was. Yeah, so his kicking motion, every time he kicks, his left knee hits the ground, he kicks it, but he's still a damn good kicker somehow. Who knows? All right, so Joe won't play Sunday. Okay, cool. Look at the stats. Let's see. 9 versus 18. That's my homies. 12 versus 14 is a push. 21 versus 15. That's defense a little bit. 15 versus 3. Good luck. So there's slight advantages all over the place. Nothing crazy though. Nothing really stands out saying take me. So good matchup. It's a damn good matchup. Let's go to props. See if there's anything good we like. 80% for both Mahomes and Allen on passing yards. Both are average pass defenses, so we could take that. Let's just roll through all real quick. See if anything really looks good to us. Rushing 3 for Buffalo against Buffalo. Now we don't want to run against KC. They have a great, so it's no James Cook for sure. And I don't want to take Kareem Hunt. I don't like the running games. Receiving, Noah Gray, maybe. No, he's done good, but the matchups aren't there. Touchdowns, Kareem Hunt and James Cook. Sure, I just don't like them. Let's see, Tyler Bass kicking, 4 out of 5, of course. And defense, we got defense. We have no defense either. Okay, so there's no, this is just a great matchup. Let's just be honest here. This is a great matchup. There's nothing that really stands out advantage-wise that we should play. I think I'm going to use a pass on this one, this complete pass. I just want to watch this game. Is that fair? I think that's fair. Some games you don't have any strong advantages. The strongest one's probably KC passing, but it's only a 9-spot difference. It's not much. It's not, look at that. It's 9 versus 18. That's your biggest advantage. 12? No, 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 no. Yeah, so it's not good enough. It's a great game. Let's just watch the game. Pass, no props. Next. All right, moving on to Sunday Night Football. Whew, finally, this is an hour-long video. Crazy. All right, let's look over here. Nighttime. We have Chargers by 1.5 with a 47.5 total. Okay, let's look at the schedules. Let's see, they have won 3 in a row now for 6-3 over, not the hardest teams, but still wins are wins, right? Injuries, let's see what we got. Khalil Mack did not practice, but questionable. Let's see, and then we're going back here. Then, okay, nothing new there. Okay, Cincy, you lost to Baltimore, Philly, but you beat Vegas, so you are 4-6. Not good. Not good at all, guys. Questionable, doubtful, expect neck and personal. Personal neck? Pause. What? What? I'm hurt, but also personal. Like, I'm just taking PTO today. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Out. Okay, Zach Moss is IR. Okay. Anyways, to the game. 4 versus 9. The Chargers defense is nasty. Look at these numbers. Number 1, 13.1 points. I did take the under in the Charger game last week, and it hit the over. I felt sad about it because it was the points they scored. They were too good. 4 versus 9, that's a lean Cincy, but really a push. 22-23 is a push. 29-9, that's defense. 19 versus 17 is a push. So if we're going to take props, we're going to look at Charger defense. Maybe a little bit of Burrow. Maybe Burrow, maybe Chase. I'm not really feeling those, but hey, if anything, I'm leaning Chargers 1.5 because that defense is so good. That defense too good. Let's see. Let's look. I'm going straight defense. Straight defense. There we go. No, I want Charger defense. Well, ugh. All we have is Mike Hilton and Cam Taylor-Britt. Now, I've taken Cam Taylor-Britt before. He's paid off. I believe he paid off. Let's see. Open you up. Yeah. But I think I took your tackle assist. 50%? That's not good enough. Go away. Mike, what you got for us, Mike? 50%? That ain't good enough either. Sorry. Nope. So defense is off the table. Kicking, of course. Dicker the kicker. I gotta make me a kicker prop, a kicker parlay. I just gotta do it. Let's see. Chase Brown touchdowns is the only one of 80%. Then you got Jamar at 3 out of 5, Dobbins 3 out of 5, Quentin 3 out of 5, and T Higgins, who ran uphill, so apparently he's gonna play, at 2 out of 5. Let's see. Receivers, 100%. Palmer. Who is what? I want this one, not the other one. Get rid of that one. How interesting. Huh. 29.5, huh? Huh. That's a weird one. I kind of like it. You're going up against Cincy, who has 23rd ranked pass defense. I like that. We'll leave that alone. We'll come back. Higgins, I need to see what Higgins does on the field. He's been hurt, so we'll see. Let me sort this by actual line. Chase, McConkey. That Palmer line is crazy. 100%? I mean, sure. I don't have any props yet, so yeah, I'll probably take it. Running is, terrible. Last 5, who's at 60? Burrow for 10 yards. I'm not taking Joe Burrow to run. I can't do it. I'm not taking, no, hell no. Chase Brown's been terrible running. Look at that, 1 out of 5 just to hit this number. Dobbins, they don't even use Dobbins like they should. Gus, no. Passing. Burrow, Herbert's passed. Herbert has a good matchup too. 23rd? Huh. Hold up. We might be cooking here. Hold on. He's hit this. He's going up against head-to-head. He hasn't faced him this year. 23rd ranked pass defense. Like, look, let me show you. 23rd ranked pass defense at 220. Can he get 230? Do we think he can get this? So far, the only other prop I have is going to be Palmer. And that's going to be a nice little combo prop. Let's do that. It's Sunday Night Football. Let's have a little fun with it, shall we? Let's take Herbert over 231.5. Okay. Pass yards. And then let's go ahead and just grab this 100% dude. Let's just see if he can keep it going. It's only 30 yards. He can get 30 yards, right? I'm sure he can. 29.5 receiving yards. That sounds like a winner to me, doesn't it? Sounds good to you too, right? I thought so. Yeah, I'm glad we agree. So perfect. Perfect. So side and total though, I lean. Do I lean the Chargers as well? But then primetime Burrow might just come out and Burrow just take over. So and Higgins is back. I don't know. I think we're just gonna pass and just go at the schedule. So that's the whole Sunday slate. That's a lot of games. This is an hour-long video. I appreciate you watching if you watched the whole thing. We have a couple games here on Monday. Well, a couple. We have one game on Monday with a couple teams. We have the bye teams. And then just for this a little quick peek ahead, let's look at Thursday just so we know. Pittsburgh, Cleveland, not the best. So, but still, whatever. But yeah, I appreciate you watching. Drop a like, subscribe. Go to the website. If you don't want to watch all this, you want it all typed out, join the Patreon. I appreciate you. There, that's where you go. And we will see you Monday for the Houston-Dallas matchup. Peace.